All right. So there's a lot of things that's going on with the Cowboys at this point. The off season is always long. Out here in Texas, we snowed in, so there's really nowhere to go but to stay at home and look at some film, listen to some good music, and chill and relax. And while doing that, thinking about what Dak Prescott is saying, Dak Prescott brother, thinking about what DeMarcus Lawrence is saying, going out there, grabbing some guys, right? And one person that we really don't get a lot of news and traction from is the head coach, right? And of course, he probably looking at everything, trying to iron out all of this stuff, right? And one can argue that last season was not a good season for him, not a good welcoming, and it's one of those things whereas he said the honeymoon was over. So I'm my observation of all of this is Dan Quinn, Mike McCarthy. Regardless of the pieces that's going to be around this team for the 2021 season, is predicated upon those two coaches that fail. Now they got a second chance. Now Mike McCarthy, somebody can look at it and say, well, he failed twice, Law. The brother can't coach. Well, we'll find out, because last year it was a pandemic. I gave them a mulligan, right? And when you look at the aspect of Dan Quinn, you can say, well, defense wasn't all up to snuff, and they've been on this hiatus since they went to the Super Bowl. Now, according to 105.3 The Fans, Mike Fisher, Cowboys SI, he have an article out there saying that Dak Prescott, the Cowboys will sign Dak Prescott for $40 million. And it's just speculation right now, but it's an article that I want you guys to go out there and just take a real good look at. Now, $40 million is what I believe his camp wanted last year. Now, everything is on the line. Todd, his agent, what have you, is saying that, hey, I'm not going to fold and say that my client, Dak Prescott, is less than Deshaun Watson, less than Pat Mahomes. I believe my client is the best quarterback that's out there on the market right now. And I don't want people to look at this thing and say, well, Law, you're a Dak head because you're saying this and you're saying positive things about Dak Prescott. Well, my thing is this, Cowboy Nation. Regardless of whether it's Dak Prescott or is it Andy Dalton, I want us to win in 2021. We need to figure this out. Coach Mike McCarthy need to bang on the table. Dan Quinn need to bang on the table and say, hey, we need to put the best players out there on the field. We need to stop playing the political game. From the outside looking in, they need to go to the Joneses and say, hey, it's on us. It's not on anybody else. It's not on Law Nation's situation. It's not on the Cowboys Nation situation. It's not on the beat reporter situation. It's on us. And the only way this team can go far and this team can get things going if they stay focused. Look, me, Big Game James, did a live feed yesterday or a couple of days ago. I was live like 95 with Big Game James, and I was talking about labeling. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me that the Cowboys are the only organization that get labeling, right? I got real passionate about the fact that what's his name? Drew Brees. Oh, Drew Brees, 7-9. Never got the labeling of being a 7-9 quarterback, right? Tony Romo, 8-8. Got the labeling of being 8-8. And what made me so angry and upset is that we get the labelings. Nobody else does. And I see the same thing with Dak Prescott. Now all of a sudden people circumvent the situation that he can't beat above 500 teams. But when we put out the same record for what Deshaun Watson was able to do, he's 1-10 against winning teams, right? But he would never get that labeling, you see, in the last few games or what have you. So it's always things in place of the Cowboys negatively, right? So they're going to have to figure this out, Cowboy Nation. Mike McCarthy, Dan Quinn. We already know that the Jones has been here and doing this thing before Dak Prescott came aboard. This has been going on 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and you can argue 24 to 25 years. The same issue been at the table. The same problems been at the table. The same worries, the same doubt, all of that stuff been at the table. All of that stuff. And we supposed to be able to just be as fans and be looking at it like pointing fingers at one person? Come on. It don't work that way. It don't. So, Cowboy Nation, look, all I'm saying is that we're going to have to come up with a clear plan. And like I said before, it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have the opportunity and not be prepared. I know it's going to sound like a broken record, but it will carry you a long, long way. The Cowboys must be prepared. There's no more using, hey, it was the pandemic. Oh, we didn't have this, we didn't have that. Look, the fan side and the Landry hat, y'all go to both of those websites there. They crafted a way. The Cowboys can be operating with $90 million in cap space. And I'll probably post a link in the description box. And I'm going to keep going home with that. Because I said, man, I don't believe it. Then I looked it up over the cap.com as well as spoketrack.com, both of those websites. Looked at everything line by line on my live feed on a longer form video. And I was like, man, they right on the money. Teams can do what they want to do. You can always spread that salary cap thing out and just make justification for the nation and make all of those things happen. But it's in the matter of whether or not you want to do it. Now, here's my thoughts, and I may do a quick film review on this. Hear me out. J.J. Watt, will he be a good situational piece for the Dallas Cowboys if they want to reach into their pockets? Yes, because he's a veteran guy. And yes, when you have defensive talent and you think you're solid at that spot, bring in somebody else again to challenge that said spot. Oh, is Patrick Peterson, is he a good situation for the Cowboys? I would say yes, if only he don't come into this thing privileged and he had to earn for that spot and fight for that spot. Can he push Cheeto Woozier if they decide to keep him? Is he better than an Anthony Get Down Brown? Hell yes. So my thing is, can he convert to a safety? You got, let's say, Darian Thompson, Donovan Wilson, and Patrick Peterson. Man, that would be a good situation. Let me know. Post me your thoughts. Post me your concerns of all of that. Because I think that, come on, let's be real. Patrick Peterson at safety, most of the times when you're that type of caliber of cornerback, you make that transition over to the, to that safety play. And I believe he can work that thing out. Let me know. Let me know how you guys feel, and maybe I'll chop up some videos on that. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Check out my lo-fi. Let's go. We out. Peace.